Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about Lowtiergod once again. Last time we actually talked about Lowtiergod here on this channel, it's been 2 years, but if you really want to keep it a bean, in the last 2 years I haven't made a whole lot of content, so it doesn't really feel like that long ago. So the last we talked about LTG, he was dealing with a back and forth with another FGC member by the name of Blast. They were both banned around the same time because LTG went on a rant about trans people, and then Blast did some, I don't even know why Blast got banned. It was like for saying nigga and all this other nonsense. And like, well, the black people say it, so I mean, I can say it. And they got Blast up out of there for a while. They ended up unbanning Blast, but I believe LTG is still on that ban list. Don't quote me for that. But since then, he's been grinding, focusing, really making a lot of reactions and responses to some of the red pill stuff we've been seeing going on here, relationships, anything going on in the YouTube space. He's been pretty good at making a video and uploading it and growing his brand based off of that. Since then, though, he has been permanently banned off of YouTube. When you have a strike on your channel, you can't stream for a week, and you can go stream and work on other content, but again, apparently that's against TOS. He did that, and Susan stepped in, stood over him, and let that motherfucker Sig Sawyer P226 ring a couple times into his skull. And honestly, of all the ways that LTG probably would have gotten banned, I didn't see it being this way. Like, I knew, like, when you play behind the scenes games of copyright striking people, flagging people, eventually you're gonna have to slow down on that content if it's unfair. But randomly getting a strike and then streaming on a second channel and then getting reported that way, and them shutting the channel, like they cutting the faucet off on the whole content creation aspect on YouTube, is quite surprising because he's done this in the past too. So again, I'm really surprised the whole thing happened this way. When you think about where he got banned, I mean, he had a lot of big content creators responding to him that didn't know about him at the time. So that's always a good boost. Publicity, whether it's good or bad, it's still publicity. It still helps out. Not everybody that's going to watch your content is going to like you. Not everybody that's going to watch your content is going to hate you. So he had some people that was responding to him. Kai Cenat, like, golly, if you've seen a Kai Cenat stream, guy has like 50,000 people minimum in his stream. He's responding to Lowtiergod. Gideon, who has a couple million subscribers, is responding. He had Playback, which is two big creators, Agent 00, and I don't know the bigger guy's name. I think his name's Low, but I don't know his channel, so I apologize for that. Like, they were responding to Lowtiergod. Then he ended up collaborating with Destiny, Abba and Preach, and he was debating a woman that I believe was on a episode from a YouTuber by the name of The Saint and the Sinner last year. I don't know her name off the top of my head, but she was on Destiny stream, and they were having a back and forth. And it's like the boost that you would get from initial subscribers not knowing who you are, like that got turned off, man. And I know if he decides to grind it up again on YouTube, it's like once people don't know who you are and they know who you are, the likelihood of them responding again in the future is probably going to be lower. So it's like once Playback got an idea who he is and they didn't know at first, they probably won't respond in the future because they just don't want to, they don't want to put eyes onto his content. And I even forgot one more person, Your Rage. I think he actually made a video on his channel talking about the whole thing after his channel got deleted. And his channel was deleted around Christmas time, a little before Christmas. Man, that's the type of shit for real. People don't say it, but when you build something up and then it's taken away, you don't want to do shit, bro. Like, you just want to sit there, you kind of check your email. Like, that's the one part I'm like, golly, man. Like, I've just on and off, even over here on my channel, I've been uploading videos on YouTube since I've been 18 years old. Actually, earlier, some of that content I've been deleted, but I've been on YouTube since 17, 18 years old. So when I think about it from that capacity of like, you build up something and it's destroyed, and then it's like, there's nothing you can do. It's not an accident. It's like, you're completely at fault. Golly, that's definitely one of those days you don't want to watch TV. You don't want to eat anything. You're just sitting in the house. You don't even want to play games, bro. You just sitting there, just 2 p.m. What are you doing? Sitting there. 6 p.m. What are you doing? Sitting there. You may sleep for an hour. 8 p.m. You just looking at the ceiling type shit, just taking it all in, like almost shell shocked about the whole shit, right? So after that, that at first he's tried ban evading. He had another channel that they've already hit since the creation of this video. I believe it was The Covenant. It was a side channel that he didn't use anymore. It had about 5,000 subscribers. He was building that up. They struck that down. Susan came back with the P226, aired it out again. Another thing that I forgot to mention about this is the thing that's really interesting. If you're like unfamiliar with LTG and the people that attack LTG and he attacks them, this is not like YouTube beef. This is like, I'm pretty sure if some of these guys walk past each other in the mall, it might be an issue. So it's war. Like with LTG versus some of his people is war. It's back and forth. And it's crazy to think about. He was winning at one point. He was holding up got the 100,000 subscriber plaque. You guys will never get this. You'll never know what this is about, as he's like boasting. And now essentially they wrestled the gun away from him. He's trying to sneak back in the dough to upload content. And you're seeing videos people making like, hey, this is the new video. YouTube, he's ban evading. And each time they're getting him up out of here. And he tried to go to a website named Trovo. It's one of those alternative streaming sites for a bit. I don't even really know who's on that website that's banned. It seems like once people are banned from YouTube, they either go to a whole bunch of different sites. They got DLive, they got Twitch, they got Trovo. I'm sure some people are even on Cozy TV. They're all over the place. So he tried Trovo for a bit. That didn't work. So now, as of right now, he's on Rumble. But I really don't know how any of this is going to work. I honestly think what's probably going to happen, he's going to keep using these sites to continue to create content. But if he can continue to make videos and trying to upload on different videos on YouTube as a means to get his foot back in the door over here, I could probably see him doing that. And the war between him versus his detractors, I was like, yeah, it looked like he's winning at the moment. And then when he got banned, man, you know how like in the Dragon Ball Z games, you got the beam struggle, and I'm sorry, but you have the beam struggle and you think Gohan's about to lose. Goku comes down and he says, let it go, son. And then he releases all the energy and it just blows Cell away. Imagine that. Like the guy was collabing with some big YouTubers, bro. He was collabing, like they were helping him out. Like he's appearing on people's stuff on streams. And when you get that type of, you're not getting the cosign, but when you're able to appear in front of people's audiences, not everybody's going to support, but you're going to get some of that residual feedback to your content. People are going to come over and sub. So that really does help, like honestly. So since he's deleted, man, it seems like it's the other way. Like almost in an odd way, it kind of seems like he's at the mercy of these motherfuckers if I'm keeping this shit a whole stack, because he's on Twitter right now, and I'll link the tweets if you guys want to go support or if you want to go hate or whatever. It's whatever to me. At the end of this, when I'm done with this, I'm probably going to go back to doing nothing. So it doesn't matter either way. So on Twitter, he says, Twitch support. I've submitted a ticket on the 28th. I still haven't heard anything back. I've sent all proof and everything that was asked in the email. Case number 068-17355. Would love an update. I was accused of fraud in sending 20 gifted subs from my own PayPal. And then he says, I have 18,000 followers. Can everyone please retweet this so I can help get this resolved? As of this recording, that tweet has 44,000 views and 162 retweets. So if you want to go over there and help him out, I will have that stuff linked. If you want to go over there and hate, hey, feel free. Doesn't matter to me. At the end of the day, I have no leg in this race. So that's it. That's the update. I don't really think it gets any worse than that. I guess the too long didn't watch, if you made this part of the video, is LTG had a pretty good year for 2022, and then the end of the year was probably the worst thing he ever wanted to hear, with waking up to the deletion of a channel. I know, I'm not even gonna lie, sometimes I wake up, I check my email from my phone, I be seeing that YouTube creators thing, I just get nervous, bro. I'm like, I don't know. I don't even upload a lot, and I'm sitting there thinking like, oh my God, Susan, what did I do? Please forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Like, that's how I be feeling sometimes when I see that YouTube email come across in that updates folder, bro. It can be scary. So waking up to your channel deleted, I don't think anybody, even if he tries to spin it as it doesn't bother him, nobody's waking up with a smile on their face and something you've built and worked on for shit. He said, what, he's been on here 10 years? I feel like we've been on here about the same amount of time. I might have been on here a little longer. Nobody wants to wake up to that email of something, even if you half-assed worked on it, being gone with the thunderclap like Sasuke hit that motherfucker with Kirin. Nobody wants to wake up to that. So in that regard, shit, I feel bad. But then when you make these lifelong enemies, these guys are going at them. I mean, you got a channel by the name of Chroma giving all the updates. Like, and the crazy part about it is, if any of the dudes that was making content about LTG, I don't even know if he can strike their shit now. Because it used to be like they would make content before they could start making money off the content. He would always strike their channels down. A big one being the guy by the name of Nikolai. It's like Nikolai the Relentless, the Unrelenting. I've always found it funny. I'm like, yo, Nikolai could come up with he could come up with a name that sounds as good as the last names every single time, and he would hit these channels religiously. Now I'm sort of wondering, can he even hit these channels at all? Like, if, because you know that's probably eating up if any of these guys are making money off of him, you know he freaks out about that. He does not like that shit at all. So I don't know, man. This is just the update on LTG though. Those are my thoughts. What have we learned from this? Try not to make lifelong enemies. You can kick the hornet's nest to let people know that piss you off. Hey, I'm gonna piss them off a little bit, but when you go to the extents that he's done over the years, and you have people that, hey, it's bigger than YouTube, they don't give a fuck about this YouTube side anymore, they want to fade you IRL. So it's like, when you've hit that point with people, like, we're talking actual war, we're talking Zivu Arath versus Rasputin, Destiny 2, Season of the Seraph. We're talking that level of hate, of back and forth. Oh man. And then you have comments that you said about other creators over the years. You know, when you run into those hard times, it's those creators that you're like kind of leaning on, like, hey, if they can give a retweet to their audience. Because again, like, creator to creator is like, yo man, just over the years for my channel, I've uploaded damn near, I know, well over 500, 600 videos, right? I've deleted a lot of them. I'll go into certain phases where I'm like, I'm going to try this content, don't like it, and delete it. So it's like, damn, when you've pissed off that side of the community and all you got literally is the people that, you know, all he literally has is the covenant that he has to lean on to potentially grow his channel again. And God knows how many snakes are in the grass of those guys, where they say they want them to win, but then they don't. It's like, I'm gonna keep it a bean. If it was me, that shit would weigh heavy on my mind. I'm gonna be straight up with y'all, man. That shit would weigh heavy on me, man. But hey, he's on Rumble. If you want to support him over there, if you want to go support him on Twitter, you can. If you want to go hate, do that. I don't know. I'm out. I'm gonna go listen to Tory Lanez again. This is just the intro. You come and see me, yeah. That's what I'm gonna go listen to. So y'all have a great day, and I will talk to y'all later.